And it's Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Services and PACE, the Professional Association for Customer Engagement. And we're in Atlanta today at the annual conference. I get a chance to talk to one of the platinum sponsors of the event, Dailypay, and talk with Aaron Mittman, Vice President. They're right out of Broad Street in New York City, a new emerging company. Aaron, good to see you. Tell us a little bit about the company, if you would.
Great. Thanks for the opportunity to introduce Dailypay. So we are a voluntary benefit that employers offer to their employees, which gives the employees the ability to access their earned but not yet paid wages. So they can then avoid late fees, avoid going to check cashing companies, avoid payday loans, and those sorts of things which are generally a tax on lower income individuals that shouldn't be.
Well, Jason Lee, your company, your CEO, gave a nice talk about the company and the benefits to contact centers that those that use Dailypay as a benefit for their customers have much longer tenured and happier employees. Why is Dailypay a good benefit to offer in the contact center industry?
Absolutely. So, as we all know, contact centers are plagued with very high turnover. And even more so in today's economy, employees are essentially transposable between a call center or a hospitality job or a healthcare job or any other job that pays literally 50 cents more per hour. And so, in order for a call center to be successful, tenure is critical. We allow those call centers to have longer tenured employees, which then turn to better performance and better top line revenue for those call centers as well.
And maybe you could explain a little bit, how does it work from the employer perspective, and then how does it work from the enrolled customer perspective?
Sure. From the employer perspective, it's a very simple implementation. It's merely some data exchanges between your TMS or whatever time management system you have and your payroll. It is not an actual physical integration. And it's 10 to 20 hours of, let's call it, expended time over a number of weeks to do so. And then from the employee's perspective, it's simply a UI that's accessed through any connected device. It doesn't have to be a smartphone, but it can work on a smartphone. It can also work on a tablet or a PC or whatever you have at home. And it allows the employee to see the balance that they have and decide if and when to take out any amount of that accrued balance for the pay period to date to use on whatever they have urgent need for.
Very good. So it's an app-based system, and the employee can, when they want to access their earned funds, they can access it through their app. That's really a neat application. How long did it take to develop this?
Sure. So it took us about 9 months to put the technology together in the first place, but then we spent almost a year in the market refining the product such that it was really suitable for the enterprise. And so over the past 2.5 years now, we've sort of optimized our platform such that it is a great solution for large enterprises, north of 1,000 employees, and even into the hundreds of thousands of employees.
Very good. And you mentioned that this is a great fit for the contact center industry where there are large employee workforces. And what are some of the other industries and applications, types of companies, organizations that would benefit from offering Dailypay?
Great, thank you. We've also had significant adoption in the healthcare, hospitality, light manufacturing, staffing, and other verticals as well. The main, let's call it commonality between all those verticals is they tend to be the same demographic, whether it's someone who would be making $15 in a call center or potentially $15.50 at a hospitality opportunity. It is the same effectively demographic that we are providing this benefit to.
Very good, and I always ask my guests a little bit about their career and path. What have been some of the stops in your career path?
Sure. So I started in the 80s in a technology solution provider as well. It was mainframe testing and debugging tools. That moved on to the internet. In 1996, I joined a very early stage startup that was doing internet advertising before there really was much to advertise. And we had a real successful run with that, and company was acquired by DoubleClick, which was then eventually acquired by Google. And since then, it's been a career largely of helping startups get to the critical mass that Dailypay is at now.
Very good. And how is it to be at Pace? Seems like it's been a pretty busy show. Lots of people stopping by in the exhibit hall.
Yeah, PACE has been an extraordinary event. Not only is there a large volume of really relevant context for us to speak with, but they're all really senior people who can make decisions and have strong influence on offering this to their employees as well.
Well, it's good to hear. Great to chat. Great to hear about your company, Dailypay.
Thank you very much for the time.
Our pleasure. This is Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Services and PACE, the Professional Association for Customer Engagement, in Atlanta, Georgia, at the annual conference.